My name is Bob Bredel, and I'm a realtor and co-founder of Dwell Realtors in downtown San Carlos. I have been fortunate enough to be the #1 agent for San Carlos properties for the last 10 years. In this video, I'm going to discuss what makes selling a home in San Carlos unique and share tips to help you successfully navigate the sales process and ensure you get the highest price and best offer for your home. The vast majority of home sales in San Carlos produce a sizable profit for sellers. Since its incorporation in 1925, the San Carlos market has a proven track record of netting extremely healthy gains if the home is owned for a minimum of 5 to 7 years. In recent years, low inventory coupled with very low unemployment has pushed San Carlos properties to an even higher premium. The reality is that all San Carlos properties will eventually sell. The important question for sellers is, did I get every last possible dollar for my property? The transactional process of selling your home in San Carlos is relatively easy, but maximizing every last dollar out of your sale is something different entirely. Selling your home in San Carlos, even in a top-heavy seller's market, requires a strategic approach that is noticeably more layered than most sellers ever envision. Let's look at 4 key components that help lay out a vision for the sale of a San Carlos home. Number 1, your agent. The selection of your agent, more than any other factor, will decide both the strategy for selling your home and ultimately the selling price. It will be the agent's recommendations for preparation, knowledge of the current San Carlos market, timing, and execution that will determine the details of the sale. San Carlos is hyper-local. This means that choosing an experienced San Carlos agent will work to your advantage. Understanding what current properties are pending and at what price, what off-market sales can be used to justify a higher list price, and an understanding of other local agents and their buyer needs are just a few of the reasons that a hyper-local agent will make a difference for sellers. Number 2, timing. One of the most common mistakes that San Carlos sellers make is not fully understanding the best time of the year to sell in order to maximize their profit. Historical data continues to show that March 1st through May 15th is the optimal selling season. This time period translates to our largest volume of homes sold simply because there is the most buyer activity. A surprising fact for most sellers is that the last week of June through July is our slowest time of the year, and in my opinion, is the most challenging time to maximize your profit. There is a second prime window in late August through the first week of November. The best weather of the year, combined with families being settled for the school year, yields some stability to the market, making this another fantastic time to sell a San Carlos home. The market goes quiet again until late February. 3, pricing. One size does not fit all in the San Carlos housing market. One of the biggest mistakes we see every year are list prices that are not in line with both the market and the seller's strategy. For instance, not every home in San Carlos is designed and built to receive multiple offers. Homes generally fall into one of 3 categories. 1. Some homes are meant to be listed at a higher than fair market value listing price and negotiated from there. 2. Other homes are meant to be priced at the fair market value. And finally, 3. Others are ripe to be listed 5 to 10% lower than the fair market value to create a multiple offer situation. Which category a particular home falls into takes a deep understanding of the current market, including current buyer preferences, price zone of the property, and comparables that are soon to be published or off-market. The biggest mistake we see when it comes to listing prices is sellers not understanding which of these categories their home falls into. This is another reason why it is so critical to get the correct advice on pricing as soon as you decide to sell your home. 4. What drives value in San Carlos? This is a question whose answer has changed throughout the years. Obviously, being able to identify the answers and structure your strategy around it is key. Simply put, not every property is perfect, but you want to accentuate the advantages. Prior to doing so, it's best to understand what is currently driving value in San Carlos. Now keep in mind that this list has changed over the last 15 years, and some of it may surprise you. Number 1, San Carlos schools. San Carlos schools are far and away the #1 reason families choose San Carlos. There is not a close second. We are living in perhaps the most educated area on earth. Most people being relocated or seeking employment here have college degrees, and many have advanced degrees. It should be no surprise that education is on the top of the list for many buyers. Number 2, turnkey. If I had to isolate one factor that has changed 180 degrees from just 10 years ago, this would be it. 10 to 15 years ago, new buyers in San Carlos wanted homes that could be remodeled or fixed up. Today, it is the opposite. Most of our new buyers want a turnkey, ready to move in home. Increased working schedules and dual income families are just a few of the reasons that many feel they do not have the time or energy to take on a project. Number 3, walkability. If your home is in El Sereno, Howard Park, Clearfield Park, or Cords, you may want to emphasize the walkability aspect to downtown. With so many of our buyers coming down from San Francisco, the walkability factor is a clear leader for value. I expect this factor to increase even more in the coming years as downtown San Carlos continues to grow. Number 4, lot size. As more condominiums and townhomes are built, single-family homes go up in value. If you have taken a drive downtown lately, you understand just how predominant this theme is becoming. Flat lot sizes above 7,000 square feet have even more of a premium, and flat 10,000 square feet and larger lots will fetch the ultimate premium. Number 5, ADU. If your home has a separate living space or accessory dwelling unit, your value is likely higher than you realize. With so many San Carlos families now caring for an older parent, having a nanny, or needing space for a child returning after college, the addition of an ADU is a very strong factor in listing price. Number 6, neighbors. Great neighbors can really enhance the interest in your home. If pride of ownership and good neighbor relationships come with your property, it is a noticeable value add. But this goes both ways, as neighbors with unkept yards and homes can greatly reduce interest in your home. One topic that I haven't talked about, but is incredibly common in San Carlos, is the situation that arises when you are trying to sell your current home in San Carlos and move up or down to another home within town. This is a very complex situation, which is very doable, but will need to take into account numerous variables and a strategy that is highly personalized to your situation and personal goals. Again, congratulations on the decision to sell your San Carlos home. Prior to listing your home, make sure you are well represented, well prepared, and have a finely tuned strategy.